right, well, welcome to Motorcycology for this very short vlog, everyone. It is November 20 something, not exactly too sure what the date is, but it's after November 20th. And we're getting this motorcycle ready for the winter storage. So what I want to do, first of all, welcome the viewers to Motorcycology, and for any new viewers, welcome. And for the returning viewers, welcome back, and thank you so much as always for your continual support. It's very much appreciated as I try and grow this channel. Obviously, as you all know, it's mainly Corvette stuff and a little bit about motorcycle riding and vlogging as well. That's definitely one of my hobbies. So it's a cool November day today, and it's about time I get this motorcycle put to bed for the winter time before the snow arrives. So what I'm doing is I'm heading to the gas station. I'm topping my gas up with premium unleaded gas, and then I'm going to put in some fuel stabilizer right here at the gas station, and then take it out for a quick ride to get all the fuel with the stabilizer circulated into the engine, and that'll be good for the winter. I'll also be storing my motorcycle as well. Not too sure if I'm going to be storing it where I store my Corvette or just storing it locally at home. But it's nice to take this out for one final ride. It's not a bad day today. If you dress properly, it's not too cold for a short ride, and it's dry, and that's one of the main things. So it's not a bad day to be out here doing a quick motorcycle ride. And I'm almost at the gas station here already, and I'm just going to head in there and top this thing up with some gas, and then pull it to the side and mix the fuel stabilizer in, and then just hit the road here and take it for a spin around the block and bring it home. Don't want to be out too late on this thing, so yeah, we'll see. Into the gas station. Once it gets this cold out, as soon as you stop, your visor starts fogging up, I guess. I do have those anti-fog locks to put in it, but normally I don't ride it too often in this type of weather. So alright, here we go at the gas station, and I'm just going to turn off my motorcycle and get everything ready. Here we go. Take the key out here and get it in here. And of course I got to get the money out and all that stuff as well. So this bike here takes 3.7 imperial gallons, or 4.5 US gallons, or 17 liters of fuel, and right now it is about half full, which ideally it would be nice if it was a little more empty, but at the same time it's not a big deal either. All right, gonna raise this up so I can see, and the gas I'm doing is $1.68.9 per liter, which is typical, I guess, of this time of year for this gas. In Canada, we have a winter grade gas that they switched to at some point as well. And it's got different additives in it, and it costs a little bit more. And there's nothing you can do about it. They change it, and that's what they use around here in the wintertime. The heck? Alright, just want to make sure that I don't put in the regular and I do this. Then that would defeat the entire purpose. There we go. Time to fill it up. And usually I wait until I have more of an empty tank, and that way I know that I get more premium gas in than maybe a hose worth of regular gas in here, which is hard to tell sometimes, but it's not going to make that much difference. and I'm going to fill it pretty much to the top and maybe leave a little bit of space in there for the other stuff, but not necessarily required. There we go. That'll be enough room for the stabilizer. That was a haul of $11 or so, not too bad. Park that over here for now. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna find a place over here out of the way and get this work done. Just gotta scoot over there. Give me 2 seconds. All right. A little bit of prep work here. Sometimes I do this at home, and then I have to let the motorcycle run, but I'm going to put the stuff in here and take it out for a short run. So I said it has 17 liters in it, and this is the stuff that I'm using here. Fuel stabilizer, you just kind of rock it into this area here and then pour it in your gas tank. So this thing here lasts forever. Going to read the instructions here. You need 100 milliliters to stabilize 30 liters of gas for 6 months. So I need 50 milliliters to stabilize. I guess what I'm looking at is 17 liters. So about 60. So if I look here, that's 30 milliliters. So I'll do 2 of those and pour it in. So you just kind of squeeze it in here. You can take this top off, makes it easy. And then squeeze that up here to 30. There's your first 30. It's that easy, and then you just dump it in. So I'm going to take my key out here. Open this guy up and make sure I'm up at 30 again. That's good. And then you just simply dump it in. There's 30, and then I'm just going to do another. There we go. And then just dump that in. And maybe just a little more here. So that is literally it. There's 30 milliliters for 17 liters of gas. I'll just stick that back in my bag. And in the tank, doesn't look any different. So with the stabilizer in, I'll just take it out for a quick ride here. I don't know where I'm going to go exactly. Clip that down, stick that in. There we go. Fueled up, got lots of stabilizer, and I'm just going to go for a little around the block, I guess. go. Perfect. All right, visor down for once, and here we go. So this ride is circulating the fuel stabilizer through the fuel lines and into the engine. It does get well below freezing here. It's one of the coldest, if not the coldest, capital city on the planet. So if you look up the statistics for Ottawa, Canada, it's not the coldest city in the planet, but since it's the capital city of Canada and has been designated that, it's definitely the coldest capital city on the planet as well. So there are a few people out here dressed in fall gear, which is kind of nice to see. The wind is picking up, that's for sure. Give it a little bit of gas just for fun. So I think I'm going to go through this little town, Appleton, and then I'm going to hit the side road and that'll take me back home. But it's got that one super nice S corner, which is good. And that's fourth gear here, up to fifth, up to fourth. And just cruising along at about 50 miles an hour here, a little bit faster than that. Oh, sorry, not 50 miles an hour, about 35-40 miles an hour here. It's tough for us guys who grew up in the imperial world of gallons and pints and quarts, and then sometime in our life, probably when we were in, at least for me, maybe grade 8, 9, or 10, I can't remember. But then we switched to metric, so we kind of had to learn the entire metric system as well. So that was always interesting. And here we are. Waiting on the light. Perfect. And just gotta pull over for a minute. Do some equipment adjustment here. All right. Here we go. The engine on this motorcycle performs really well in cooler weather too, like a lot of engines do. I'm not too sure if I perform any better in the cool weather, but the motorcycle engine definitely does. It stays nice and cool. I do have a water temperature gauge on my cluster here, and during the summer, normal riding about 82 degrees Celsius, and sometimes it gets over 100 if I'm at a stop sign or stoplight, and it peaks out at about 140 degrees Celsius, which is just over boiling, and then the electric fan kicks in to cool it down. So with this right now, I'm just at 62, which is probably almost as hot as it's going to get. The air is very much cooling down the engine, so that's pretty good. And I'm going to turn up here. And there we go. Well, the farmers have done their work and they are ready for the winter for sure. And we're going to be coming across a golf course here. I'm pretty sure it's closed down for the year. It is possible that they might have the driving range still open. Not sure. For sure. That's too bad. We've had a good season this year though. It's been longer than most as far as weather wise. Normally it gets a lot colder faster in the fall, particularly November time period. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do get snow this week though. It's very typical. It's hovering around freezing. It goes below freezing at nighttime and then slow to warm up in the morning. So all we need is a little bit of humidity and precipitation in the air when it's below freezing, and there's snow. So I'm also in the process of putting all my outdoor furniture in my shed for the winter. So I probably should be doing that right now instead of going for a motorcycle ride, but I store this motorcycle in my shed at the house at the very back of the shed. So it's part of the process of getting all my summer stuff in. The motorcycle needs to go in first. So that's what I'm going to do. And in order to do that, I needed to put the fuel stabilizer in and run it through the engine. Then when I get home, I'm going to be taking out the battery and all that stuff and then bringing it into my backyard and on the shed. I do have a storage locker as well, but I think my son's going to be doing his motorcycle in the storage locker, which is well, not the storage locker, but a garage that I have the other Corvette in that I lease. So I've got room for both of these motorcycles actually, so I could check that out, see if I have room for this thing in there. Maybe that's what I'll do, but we'll see. I think I'll put this one in my shed. Oh, that's kind of cool from Halloween. Alright, this is a nice little turn here. A little bit of slow maneuvering turning, but it's still fun. Like you get a nice little lean on here. And it's about a 180 degree turn, which is kind of cool. And then up to this hill. It's really hard to notice the hills, I've noticed while looking at these videos. So I will mention from time to time when I'm going to be going on these hills, and we'll see how it works. And finally making it up to this highway a little bit. And I'll be going right. Try something here before I hit the road. No cars behind me. Oh, there's one coming. Anyway, it's all good. Here we go. So I've done these curves coming up a lot more aggressively than I'm going to be doing it today. The roads are too cold, and tire grip is important. So I have no heat in the rubber here, and they're made to have a certain amount of heat in them, and the rubber gets sticky and you get a way better grip. And the road temperature here has got to be about 2 or 3 degrees Celsius, so you're looking at hard rubber on a cold asphalt surface. So not an area where I'm going to be leaning into doing any banking at all. I'm just going to be going over these things gently at a reasonable speed. I do not want to do a low slide or a high-end slide as well. This one, with this type of weather, you're more prone to doing a low-end slide here, which I don't want to do. So anyway, I'm just going to be taking it easy around here. I'm going about 50 miles an hour anyway, which is fast enough. Beautiful scenery out here. Yeah, sorry about that. As far as the in-helmet mic there is getting blown around with the wind. So all I'm doing here is just talking about this road and the scenery. And I'm going about pretty close to 60 miles an hour doing these long corners. And as mentioned earlier, I'm not really putting any bank angle into it because my tires are cold, the road is cold, and you have way less grip than you'd normally have during the summertime. So I'm a little bit cautious there. And speaking about the wind, I often wear earplugs as I ride because that's what it sounds like half the time when you're riding. So we're moving along here. The majority of the dialogue that I did on this short ride here has pretty much been faded out through the wind noise. I think that I must have my vent opened on the bottom of my helmet there, and it's letting air in right where the mic is. Anyway, I'm just cruising along here. I'm talking about the speed. I'm also talking about the tires being cold and not hammering too hard into these corners here. I often like to give it some decent acceleration along this part, and particularly in those sweeping S turns that I just went through. So summertime, when this bike is warmed up and the outdoor temperature is good, I can hammer down on these corners pretty well and get a really good experience. Anyway, the main purpose of this video was to get that fuel stabilizer in and then take it out for a run to work the fuel stabilizer through it. I'm getting close to making a right turn here, heading down another super straight road there. So I also was talking about country living, and we passed a lot of pickup trucks, and as we come around this corner here, there's going to be some more pickup trucks as well. To country living, you guys. Farms on the left. It's all good. Lots of fresh air and lots of space. Look, pickup truck, another pickup truck. So yeah, around here, lots of pickup trucks, lots of wide open spaces, and lots of farmland, which they either use for pasture or growing crops, such as grain, corn, and things like that. So all pretty unusual for me. I grew up in a large city in Toronto and also in London, England. So these are great, huge metropolitan areas. So as an adult, I decided that I'm going to live out in the countryside and enjoy the space and that type of living. And that's what I've been doing for the past 25 years or so, which has been really good. So speaking about pickup trucks, they're getting expensive around here. A good brand new pickup truck is going to run you $90,000 to $100,000, which is pretty pricey. I don't really mind that price, but it really sucks when you live in a climate where it's winter conditions from, let's say, normally mid-November until end of March, and with that comes a lot of wear and tear on your vehicles. You have to watch out for accidents. Failing that, with the products that they put on this on the roads to melt the snow, which is often a salt brine or salt crystals that they put down, that stuff rusts the crap out of your vehicles. So you're either rusting body panels or you're rusting things like pickup truck beds off the frame and all the other components. So it's always catch up and try and fix these things. So really difficult in this environment to invest in a super expensive truck knowing that it's going to get majorly corroded and rusted over the cycle of the winters. So I don't know what to do about that. Who knows, maybe I'll move out west to my hometown, which is more or less Vancouver, Victoria, Seattle triangle. It's a lot more friendly on vehicles, and sometimes it makes investing in a vehicle a little bit more sensible because you know you're going to get some return on investment. All right, so we're getting back. I'm getting ready to park this thing, and I may add something else to this video as I move ahead with getting this thing winterized, but I'm going to do a sign off for now. And once again, thanks for sticking around for these unconventional vlogs that I don't normally do on my channel. They're in a playlist to kind of keep them separated from all the other stuff that I'm working on. So thanks so much for being here, for supporting the channel, for taking your time to watch it. I appreciate it, and I hope to continue making content that all the viewers find interesting. If not interesting, also a little bit entertaining as well. So that's my goal, and we'll see you all around at Motorcycology next time.